Hi everyone, this is Aries from ileetarots. Welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the water signs, so that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and this reading is going to be from the 28th of June to the 4th of July 2021. If you're new to my video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then I pull two cards for Cancer, two cards for Scorpio, and two cards for Pisces, and I'm going to tie them all into the collective energy, thus giving you your weekly reading. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be shuffling the cards on camera. Don't worry, it won't take long. Okay, so universe, what are the messages do you have for the water signs for the coming week? What is it that you want them to know? Okay, please give me one card for the collective energy. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. Please give me two cards for Cancer, two cards for Scorpio, and two cards for Pisces. Okay, so let's begin with the collective energy. So collective energy, you have the Hermit. Okay, Hermit is usually a very quiet energy where usually one will take the time to rest. I wouldn't say it's a recuperation kind of energy, but a more towards introspection, retrospection. There is something for you to reflect on for this coming week. Otherwise, it can just be as simple as you are taking the time out, time off from your hectic schedule, for example. For some of you, I do feel that it's kind of like the energy that you feel mostly throughout the whole week, and it can mean like it can be something that's gloomy, or just you just want to you don't want any active energy, meaning to say you just want everyone to leave you alone, because this is a Hermit card, right? Hermit just wants to be alone. They usually in tarot, Hermit is about a person who is taking time off from the world to think about stuffs. And maybe for some of you, this may be that you are taking some time out from social media, from your friends, maybe from your work. Okay, right, so now let's go into Cancer's reading. It's gonna rain here, so I hope it's not too much of noise for you. Knight of Pentacles and Three of Cups. Okay, so straight up, I can see for a lot of you, this is about you taking the time out to spend time with your friends, or at the very least people that you really really care about. So this can apply to family, this can apply to your colleagues if they are your friends. Okay, for some of you, I feel it's more of you reflecting about about what it is that you want from your friends. Otherwise, it can be that you are thinking about getting a gift, or maybe some token of appreciation to a group of friends. Okay, I do see something like you want to approach someone, but you're a bit, it's kind of like you are one step away from approaching this person or maybe a group of friends, and then you stop and you're thinking like, okay, I am not sure if I should talk to them or take the last step. It's kind of like, imagine like you are at the doorway, you are right at the door, and all you need to do is just knock on the door for your friend to open the door and see you and talk to you. But you sort of have this kind of second thought. And I guess this is the kind of reflection that you will be thinking about, and it's very related to someone that you really really care about. Some maybe I mean, because Three of Cups, it does indicate whoever it is that you want to meet up or you want to talk to, it is someone that you care about. Um, and it can mean like friendship or a group of people that is fun. So maybe for some of you, you're thinking whether or not to join in the gang. No. So that's the sort of reflection that you will be thinking about for most of the week. Okay? Mm, I have no advice for you here other than you have to decide, you know, whether or not you're ready to take the next step. I guess I would say don't rush yourself because none of the cards are, or are telling you to rush. If anything, the Knight of Pentacles is telling you that to observe further, to observe some more, and to calculate your risks. None of the cards have very active kind of energy. So initially in the beginning, I mentioned about the Hermit. I mentioned something like not it's not an action oriented card. It is more about asking you what it is that you really want from this person, from this group of friends, or what is it that you want from this connection. And maybe that will help you decide whether or not you want to approach them. Okay? All right, Cancer, so that's all I have for you. So now I'm going to move to Scorpios. Okay, Scorpio, so we have the Ace of Swords for you, and we have the Six of Wands. Okay, your energy is beautiful in a sense that you will go into this hermit mode the coming week. And I also want to say that for some of you, you will meet someone, it's sort of like a mentor or more like someone who's able to give you this clarity, which you will get this week. Okay, so clarity can come from, perhaps it can come from this hermit, from a mentor, or it can simply be that when you take the time to be the hermit, when you go through the introspection, the retrospection, and you take the time to think things through, you will get the clarity. It can be something like an aha moment, or more like it can help you find that resolve, that goal, that direction that you want. Because the Ace of Swords is a no nonsense card, meaning to say, when I mention figuring out your goals and your direction, it is more like just cutting away all kinds of noise in your head, and you just had this idea that, okay, I need to do this now. I am clearer, I know what I need to do, and I will do it. And you will do it. You have the Six of Wands here. So whatever it is that you're contemplating this coming week, it is something to do, very likely something to do with leadership, or at the very least teamwork. But there are definitely people who look up to you. So perhaps some people are looking at you and asking, what do we do? How are we going to solve this? Please guide me, please teach me, please lead the way. And you will be able to figure it out this coming week. Okay? All right, Scorpios, your reading is very straightforward. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, so now let's go to Pisces. Okay, Pisces, we have Queen of Cups and we have King of Swords. Okay. Pisces, if you are dealing with someone, so you can either be the Queen of Cups or the King of Swords, and the other person is the Queen of Cups, King of Swords, doesn't matter. Point is, there's two people here. Of course, your energy belongs to one of them. Very likely it's this one, of course, because you're the cup energy, right? Well, it depends. Very likely you are, for most of you who are dealing with someone else, I want to say that there's not really a lot of communication, or you won't hear a lot from this person. You see, from the way you see their sitting orientation. They're facing towards us, towards the camera, towards the viewers. They're not facing each other, number one. And if you were to see, if you can, I'm not sure if you can see clearly from the camera, but they look very, very calm. I don't feel any like there's bad blood or anything, to be really honest. It's just that whoever it is that you're dealing with, whoever it is that is on your mind right now, you won't hear from them this coming week. And I also know that you very likely would not reach out to them this coming week. All right? Because I guess you both need time or need space apart to figure something out. Or it's more like you both still do not have that chance to meet with each other. Okay, here in Malaysia, our movement control order has been extended again, so we're still stuck at home, most of us. I wouldn't say Hermit is an intuitive card, even though Queen of Cups is an intuitive card. I guess this is more about an energy of you figuring out what you want to do. And whatever it is that you want to do has either something to do with your feelings, emotions, or intuition. In short, it has something to do with creativity, intuition, and arts and music and crafts. But I would not say that you will figure it out, because none of these cards are that or action oriented. For you, Pisces, this week it is more about thinking and planning. Planning over your interests, if that makes sense to you. Something like, let's say for example, you like to do art, and so this coming week it is more about you making plans over your artwork or your sculpture or your painting, or maybe you're thinking about writing music, right? So you need that time for yourself to start planning and to start letting your creativity flow. Okay, so very likely this week I wouldn't be surprised if you take time for yourself and you tell your family members and you tell your friends that, I'm kind of busy right now, I will contact you next week. So this week is more like you need your quiet time to do your work. Okay. All right, Pisces, that's all I have for you. So that's all I have for the water signs. I hope that was good enough. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Aries from ileetarots. Welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the air signs, so that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and this reading is going to be from the 28th of June to the 4th of July 2021. If you're new to my video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then I pull 2 cards for Gemini, 2 cards for Libra, and 2 cards for Aquarius, and I'm going to tie them all into the collective energy, thus giving you your weekly reading. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be shuffling the cards on camera. It won't take long, okay? So please bear with me. Alright, so air signs. Universe, what messages do you have for the air signs for the coming week? What is coming for them for the coming week? Just one card for the collective energy for the air signs. Okay, I'm going to put this here. So now I'm going to be pulling, oh hello, I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for Gemini, 2 cards for Libra, and 2 cards for Aquarius. So let's start with the collective energy. Okay. Collective energy, we have Page of Pentacles. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Usually this is a card about, pages are about students learning things and all. But I don't feel it in this card. I feel this one is more towards budgetary or something that you have to do about your financial management. The way you see it, Page of Pentacles is like, okay, I have this pentacles. So where am I going to bring this to? What am I going to do with my pentacles? And to me, pages is more like it's still a moving card in a sense that you're still in the planning, okay, on what to do and where you should invest it in Page of Pentacles. I can't feel a lot from the cards except if it's something to do with some sort of budget. But let's see what the other cards have to say. So let's go into Geminis. Geminis, you have Ten of Swords and you have High Priestess. Okay. So Geminis, yours is about a skill that you have. I wouldn't say your skill is not good, but there's of course there's room for improvement and all that. And I can see that for a lot of you, you are in this line of spirituality, meaning say most of you are healers, most of you are, wait, hang on, sorry, I have to pause because I had to sneeze. Okay, a lot of you are very likely healers or readers, card readers. You are in this line of spirituality. You are maybe a Reiki healer, or maybe you do sound healing. And this week, I want to say that you will be challenged, or more like you feel challenged. You feel the stress. I wouldn't say you're exhausted. I just want to say you feel challenged for some reason, especially with this Ten of Swords. And it's not anyone challenging you. I think it's more of you feeling that energy of being challenged. But I also want to say that it's not something that you cannot handle. I feel that, okay, maybe deep down you do feel this way because you feel a lot. You absorb a lot of this black energy. So be very careful with your energy field. Be careful, ground yourself properly and protect yourself, all right? I don't want to say that you're not good, but I guess this is something more about bringing your skill to the next level. Okay, I'm not sure how that applies to you, but of course you will know, right? Because if I were to say, oh, you're not good enough, you're not there yet, it's as if like I'm saying that I'm better than you. No, I'm not better than anyone. I'm still a learning reader, okay? But here it is about improving your skill. So whatever skills that you have, whatever intuitive, you're empathic, whatever healing, what's the word, healing powers that you have, this week it will be a challenge. But I also want to say that it's very rewarding because I feel that you will realize how strong you really, really are. And by the end of the week, you'll definitely feel closer as the High Priestess. I'm trying to feel how this applies to those who are not in this line. Okay, hang on. All right, for those of you who are not in this spiritual line, this week is going to be very quiet. I'll be very honest, okay? Because Ten of Swords and High Priestess, the High Priestess herself is a very quiet energy. It's not a lot of movement, but at the same time, High Priestess is someone who is very knowledgeable. They just don't show off. They just don't tell people, oh, I'm smart. Oh, I'm intelligent. There's no need to, okay? And for some of you, if this is really about a budgetary, something that you're planning to do with your money, I feel that you are torn between either several options. So it's something more like, okay, I'm not sure if I should invest in this or if I should invest in that. But deep down, your intuition is going to tell you your answer. And it's going to be very, very strong this coming week. Hence the very difficult part, because maybe your logical side is telling you, oh, you should invest in A. But your intuition is saying, no, you should invest in B. So I think for some of you, you may feel very torn inside. I can't tell you what you should do or which one you should invest in. But at the same time, I also want to say that I don't think you'll be able to make a decision this week. Okay, none of your cards show that you will make a decision this week. Okay. If it's not too rush, if it is not too urgent for you, then I would say take some more time to think about it. Usually the High Priestess knows, they know, okay? But I wouldn't say that you will make a decision this week. Okay? Geminis, that's all I have for you. I hope that was enough. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. All right. Now we move to Libras. So Libras, you have Nine of Wands and you have Two of Swords. Okay. Libras, this is about I want to say you will make little progress over something, but I don't know what that thing is, to be honest. It's kind of like you know, like how fireworks are. When you light up the firework, what happens? You let it up and then you go beep, and you see it all beautiful and all special and all that, and then what happens? It just dies out. It's just gone like that, right? So it's kind of like that. It's like your energy will be like that of a firework. So maybe you'll be very gung-ho in the first few days of the week, and then finally by the end of the week you just like, oh, please everyone go away, don't talk to me, please just leave me alone. But surprisingly, you will make progress. You will make a lot. I wouldn't say a lot of money. I just want to say progress. I feel this is more about the energy you will be in for the coming week. I want to pull one card for you for some reason. Okay. One card for Two of Swords, please. Oh, okay, sorry. I did not need to pull that if that's the case. But because I just wanted to make sure, because sometimes Two of Swords can come up as something that you do not expect for me. But it's like what I said earlier, you'll be very gung-ho. Maybe you really work your backside off for like 5 days in a week, and then during the weekend you're just like, everyone leave me alone, I don't come near me. Okay, but you will make progress, so So that's good. All right, Libras, nothing else I can tell you here. So thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next video. Finally, we move to Aquarius. So Aquarius, we have the sun. That's nice. And we have two wands. Okay, good, 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 good. So very, very likely, you will, there's something to do with, definitely something to do with budget or financial money. And I think you will be given like maybe for some of you it's a task that just hit me very fast. And it's kind of like, wow, here's a bunch of money, here's your pentacles, I'm gonna give it to you. And you'll be like, wow, so what am I gonna do with it? And then you'll be like, okay, so now I have this bunch of pentacles in my hands, which was given to me. Okay, ta-da. And now I don't know what to do with it, so I shall find several options for me to deal with this pentacle here. So like I said in the beginning of the video, maybe for some of you this is some sort of budget financial budget kind of thing that you have to handle. Or maybe it's just your own personal money where, you know, when let's say maybe you got your pay, and now you're thinking, okay, so I have this much pay, so what am I going to do with it? Okay, Two of Wands is about let's say, what's the word, looking over the horizons, meaning, you know, you just look everywhere. It's like, so what am I going to do? Where am I going to spend all this money? Where can I invest? Even it's not a card about having certain choices. It is a card about finding those certain choices. Okay, so I think this week you'll have a fun time planning what to do with this pentacle that you will get. Okay, so Aquarius, that's all I have for you. And thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Aries from ileetarots. Welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the fire signs, so that's Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. And this reading is going to be from the 28th of June to the 4th of July 2021. If you're new to my video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then I pull 2 cards for Aries, 2 cards for Leos, and 2 cards for Sagittarius. And then I'm going to tie them all into the collective energy, thus giving you your weekly reading. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be shuffling the cards on camera. It won't take long, so bear with me. So universe, what messages do you have for fire signs, Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius? So please give me one collective energy, one card for the collective energy, and 2 cards for Aries, 2 cards for Leo, 2 cards for Sagittarius. Okay, so let's go. So let's start with the collective energy. Okay, King of Cups. So King of Cups, very steady, very mature. I mean, it really depends on what the other cards will be showing. But otherwise, King of Cups is a very, I wouldn't say charming, I would say, I think it's very hard to pinpoint at this time. So I think we're just going to go straight into the signs reading. So let's just begin with Aries reading, okay? So Aries, you have the Devil, and you have King of Pentacles. Okay. So straight up, this is definitely, I think it's a battle between 2 people, to be really, really honest. And I want to say there's a battle of like control, a battle for control. It's either you are one of them, or there's 2 people trying to control your life, or trying to just suppress you in a way. Otherwise, this can just be the energy of one person. But one thing's for certain, with the devil in middle, there is someone that is trying to control you, or more about you cannot stop thinking about this person. And cannot stop thinking can mean like you're always harping, is like, oh, I hate this person, I hate this person, I hate this person. So that energy itself is the devil, because it limits you, it constricts you, because you keep thinking about, this person, you hate this person, and rather than focusing on what's really important, you spend the time just hating this person and thinking about this person. Okay, so that is a form of suppressed form of being under someone's control. Okay, they don't necessarily have to be holding you down physically, but just because you are always, thinking about them, that is another form, that's a different form of being controlled, isn't it? Okay. It's very difficult to narrow down, okay, because, well, you can clearly see that there's two people involved. Okay, it's like this. So either you are one of this person, okay, and this week, doesn't matter you are either one of them, or if there's two person, or if this is one person. Point of this reading is saying that this week you will feel very down and suppressed, indicated by the devil, due to maybe one or two person. Okay, and so this reading is just showing you that, it's showing you to be careful and be aware of your thoughts, especially if it is about another person that is making your life miserable. Okay, normally I'm able to tell the feeling coming out from court cards, which is like the king of cups and king of pentacles, but I don't feel it here for some reason. I feel that it may be that you definitely know who this person or persons are. It's just that this coming week is going to be a bit difficult because of this devil energy, where you feel you're being controlled, or you're being suppressed, or you always think about them, and you like your head is filled with them, their thoughts. Oh, okay, I see it now. So for some of you, you are torn between two people. I mean, if this is a love reading, okay, so maybe you aren't sure who to who you want to be with, or who you decide to go to. I don't really see any answer for you in these three cards, to be really honest, because very likely it's because it's not, you won't be able to decide this coming week. Okay, but try not to feel that you are their prisoner. Try not to feel that they own you. Be your own person. Decide for yourself who you want to be with, and perhaps you should decide on what uh who makes you feel, I want to say, I mean, it's very difficult because it's just three cards. I cannot tell you a lot. My only advice for you this would be that don't feel so suffocated just because it's these two guys. Okay, just let things go with the flow for now and see what comes next week. Okay, all right, Aries, that's all I have for you. I'm so sorry I cannot give you more. But let's see what happens next week, okay? All right, so Leos, 3 of Wands and 5 of Wands. Okay. Mm. I I have this urge to say that you're waiting for someone, and it's kind of like you've done everything that you could. You've texted them, you've emailed them, and perhaps you posted something on Facebook and you're waiting for their reaction. But I don't think you will hear from them, and it disturbs you. It you kind of thinking, okay, what's wrong with this guy? And it doesn't have to be love related. For some of you, this can apply to work. Let's say, for example, you've sent them a quotation of something and you're waiting for the reply, you're waiting for an answer from them. Very likely you will not hear from them, I'll be really honest. And this really troubles you, and it kind of shakens your confidence. You kind of like, okay, what did I do wrong? Should I email them? Should I call them? Should I, if you are in this situation, then the King of Cups itself is saying you have to not be in this energy. I know it's very, I know it's easier said than done, but just try your very best to be aware of your energy, to be aware of your thoughts, to be aware of how you feel about yourself. When you have the 5 of Wands, it is usually a card about self-conflict, if not with other people. And self-conflict stems from, did I do right? Did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Should I call them? Should I do a follow-up? 3 of Wands here is already 3 of Wands here always indicates that you have done all you could. Okay, so you don't have to harp over what you did wrong, if you should follow up and all that. Just let it be. Okay, and hope for the best for next week. Okay, all right, Leo, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for it. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next video. Okay, Sagittarius, you have the King of Wands and you have the 2 of Cups. Ooh la la. Okay. Well, straight up, this is definitely about someone else that you have a very good feelings towards. I would say that. I wouldn't be surprised if this is same-sex kind of a relationship connection, and it's very. I want to say it's very cute because one is more fiery, one is more energetic, the other one is more calm, cool, collected. So it's kind of like, what's the word? Let me think. What's the word? In Malaysia, we call it jual mahal, which means like you like that kind of person, but you still want hard to get. Yeah, you're playing hard. Someone's playing hard to get. Yeah. It's a very cute kind of energy. So, Sagittarius, if you are, whether or not you're coupled, if you're single, it shows a love potential around you. Okay, if you are coupled, if you are attached, then this week is a very good week for you and your person. Otherwise, if this is not about romantic connections, then to me this is about like a connection between an owner and a client. It's kind of like you are making friends or building business relationship. Okay, so overall it is a very, very good week for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so that's all I have for you. So I really hope that was good enough. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for your time, Sagittarius. I will see you next video. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Iris from ileetarots. Welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to be for the earth signs, so that's Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn, and this reading is going to be from the 28th of June to the 4th of July 2021. If you're new to my video, what I usually do is I pull one card for the collective energy, and then 2 cards for Taurus, 2 cards for Virgo, and 2 cards for Capricorn, and then I'm going to tie them all into the collective energy, and that will give you your weekly reading. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be pulling, I'm going to be shuffling the cards on camera first, so it won't take long, I promise. So I will be pulling one card for the collective energy for the earth signs for the coming week. Okay, so one collective energy for the earth signs. Okay, and then I'll be pulling 2 cards for Taurus, 2 cards for Virgo, and 2 cards for Virgo, and 2 cards for Capricorn. Okay, so we're going to begin with the collective energy, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, it is a card about staying and stopping and not really moving. Now that I think about it, all the other signs also has that same sort of energy. Okay, never mind. Anyway, so usually this card does indicate that you're taking a break. You're thinking, what is your next step? I had this card once when I was in a car and I was waiting for something. I can't remember what it was. I was waiting for something, and of course I think I was waiting for food or something. Anyway, I pulled one card for myself and I got this Knight of Pentacles. So it was kind of like I'm waiting for something, I don't know, to finish, to happen. And at the same time I was also waiting to think about my next step. Okay, so after I got my food, what am I going to do? Am I going to go home? Am I going to get more food? So it's kind of that energy. Okay, so you're analyzing, you're calculating your risks. This is all Knight of Pentacles energy. Okay, so let's go straight into Taurus's reading first. So Taurus, we have King of Pentacles and we have the Star. Okay, so I understand why you are like taking a break, because you have, based on these 3 cards, you, for the coming week, you have what you want. You already have inside your pocket, or you already own it. Okay, I wouldn't say it is a week about doing work. I would say it's a week where you take a break for yourself and you rejuvenate yourself, you recuperate, you none of these 2 cards don't really talk about pampering, because they're more of saving the money to do something. They're the kind who will not spend. Okay, so I want to say very likely, maybe for some of you, you're just taking time off, maybe to sleep more, maybe watch more movies, maybe just eating ice cream. Point is, you are resting for most of this week because you have gotten what you already want. Okay, King of Pentacles is a very, very beautiful energy, in the sense that this person has already gotten, they are rich, they are abundant. There's someone who is also, you can also describe this person as someone who is rich in experience. So and because of that, you do very likely, there is no need for you to take action, move about, do anything. Okay, so take some time to recuperate. Sometimes this card can talk about healing, all right, as in energetically healing. So maybe, let's say, if your vibes have been feeling off, then this week you will be taking the time to rest and focus more on yourself. Okay, all right. So Taurus, that's all I have for you. If this is where we part, I thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. And now we move to Virgos. Virgos, we have Three of Wands and we have Six of Cups. Okay. So these two cards are waiting cards. They are waiting cards and they are thinking of what their next steps should be. But usually this card, this Three of Wands here, is a card about waiting for something to get back to you. So very likely you are waiting for some form of communication, or for some form, or maybe for somebody to get back to you. Only then will you decide what to do. Okay, and whoever it is that you're hoping for some of you, this can straight up be like you're waiting for an old friend or a childhood friend, or maybe an ex-lover, or someone from the past to reply your message, or to come back to you, or to reach out to you. And then, and only then, will you decide on what you want to do. For some of you, this is very likely this is maybe your sibling, or a family member. Some of you, it can be children. Point is, this card is a card about someone who you really, really care about. Okay, so maybe you're waiting to hear from them because you have done the necessary works. Maybe you've texted them and you're waiting for them to reply you. If that's the case, then I will be very honest, I don't think you will hear from them this week. Okay, but don't give up. Okay, and I also want to say that you have done all you could, so the only next step for you to do is to just wait for them to get back to you. Okay, all right, Virgos, that's all I have for you. If this is where we part ways, thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. All right, finally we have Capricorns. So Capricorns, we have Judgment and we have Five of Pentacles. Capricorns, I feel that you have a bit of fear in deciding something because you're so afraid of losing money. You're so afraid of, and it's not just about losing money, because when you lose money, you know, your confidence is affected. You Capricorns, I would describe Capricorns very hardworking and someone who is business oriented. I don't really think it's business oriented. I guess it's more about career oriented. So your career, your work, the things that you do is very, very important to you. So you're so afraid that if you make the wrong, you're so afraid to make the wrong decisions. It scares you. Okay, it's not just about money, it's about your confidence, and it's about, you know, so you will wonder, okay, what if I make the same mistake again, right? And that is why this week, very likely, you will keep on wondering and thinking whether or not to do it, whether or not to invest in this, whether or not you should just leave it. I don't see that you will make a decision here. I guess, not I guess. I don't think you will make the decision this week. So this week, just take more time, take the time to really, really calculate, think about, calculate your risks. And I guess you need to find that courage to make that decision, right? Okay, Capricorns, that's all I have for you. I'm so sorry I cannot get any more than that for you, but I really, really hope for the best for you. And thank you so much for your time. I will see you next video. Bye.